matchups. Complexity obviously have a lot of S&D all-stars on their team, but they kick things off here. Map 1 hardpoint. It's a great starting smoke grenade here to obviously targeted at Dashy, right? He posts up inside gold. Now he has to push on forward, being a bit more uncomfortable. But despite that, it's Complexity with early control, pit center hardpoint. They get the initial kills as well, but they got to get past Looney. He's controlling over near top bricks. His kills starting to come in favor of Rise Nation. All four go down for Complexity. And just like you were saying, Rise Nation, they've already played a match earlier today. You know they're warmed up, and you know they're used to a competitive atmosphere. Oh, most definitely. Looney's going to catch the grenade in his top pocket there and be taken down. But Rise Nation, not only with the control of the hard point here, but they're going to start to not only rotate round, but think about, of course, that next fourth courtyard. And we're going to see Slasher taking heads. That's going to be Dashy. Ricky answers back, though, and we're going to see the pit center go back in favor of Complexity. I don't think Rise will be too worried due to the spawns coming up next in the next couple of seconds here. But TJ is going to be a man with nature as he sits amongst the bush here. Blast. He knows the spot. A snake in the grass, spotted and cut down. That's Complexity. This is their debut here in Division B. Momo, I want to jump into an Astro Gaming listen-in with Complexity.
I come, Brandon. Yeah, sit the back left, Brandon. Or, yeah, sit it west. Let's go.
Let's go, Brandon.
We're hitting the back right now.
They went to close corner.
Yeah, I didn't know he was there.
Respawn cave.
You respawn cave? Nice, shit.
Down the head of you right there, Brandon. He's challenging you. Nice, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Nice. One more, Brandon. Respawn here.
I need a hill. I'm challenging from ladder.
This one bridge. Small shot. He's weak.
Top gold.
Nice, let's go, baby.
Top bridge.
Ali, one shot TJ. Ali, one shot TJ. Absolutely. I have your cross.
One shot gold, Looney.
Let's go, watch your gold.
Gold.
Ali. Ali.
I need your gold.
Ali.
I have help, Ali.
One shot.
He's backing up. He's gonna back up.
Rotate, guys. Rotate.
I don't see him in gold.
Yeah, he was. He backed up.
Low alley dead. I'm one shot. Top gold steps. I'm pulling out smokes. Tell me one.
No. One shot, Looney. One shot,
Spawn in the back.
MG steps.
Guys, I gotta smoke. We can smoke in front.
One guy's in cave. I can't hit it.
We can smoke this.
We gotta get this guy brick steps.
Yeah, no. I gotta get these steps right. Hold on.
I'm going far right.
He could be God steps. Yeah, he was.
Right there, behind the red. One shot. I need
it. He's gonna die. I got him.
One to know.
Yo, I'm gonna smoke out the bricks, Brandon.
One to the circus. Weak.
He's on the bricks, Brandon.
You good?
Just keep playing.
We gotta keep on.
Are you good, Rick?
In hill got me.
I smoked front hill. He's low right hill. I hit him in the nade.
TJ weak mid.
Mid dead.
Nice, two.
Nice. On hill weak.
I need a hill. Far right. Please, far right.
Rise Nation controlling Castle Road here, but Complexity looking to break on in. And as we say this and jump on board with him, Sensor's going to be the one to not only jump on in, but he's going to be taken straight out as well. So we're rotating down to the turret here, and with 10 seconds left, TJ one step ahead, but he's going to be taken down, and now Slasher will try and control, of course, this top window. He's going to find Dashy here, but overall, the communications revving from Complexity seems calm.
Yeah, they're just hyping up Dashy, right? You heard them at the beginning of the listen-in as Dashy has gone on a bit of a spree, but the SMGs have come to play for Rise Nation, and they haven't yet to show up for the side of Complexity. Looney, 14-5, and continuing to slay out on the map. When you have an SMG doing this on a map like Gibraltar, it just opens up room, opens up area for the rest of your teammates to really do whatever they want, and players like Slasher and Gumless should be comfortable setting up in the power positions without meeting a bunch of opposition, whereas you look at the side of Complexity, Blast, 4-12. Not going to cut it here against this level of competition, but all things considered, Complexity, you still have a lead, a fragile one at that. So while you're pulling up the scoreboard, even though you're struggling right now, your team is still winning the game, and you got to make sure that your next couple of engagements, you recognize the importance of them and start to step things up.
Yeah, Blast. 3-kill streak, at least
just
he's
like
starting to step it up now, and he's going to double. He's not only started bad, he's only started with 2 streaks, Revan. Not what you want to see here for a player like Blast, but inevitably, we are going to see Dashy put up big numbers here. Ricky's 12-8, 5-kill streak for him, so maybe working towards the streaks himself. But Complexity, after the first rotation, they're in the lead. I do want to highlight that Rise Nation, they played Unilad on this very map, and the first half, or first rotation, should I say, was a little sloppy for Rise as well there. They started to heat up maybe around this point.
Well, also got to keep in mind, it's their first match back in a little bit, different environment and just getting acclimated to things, plus playing against an unfamiliar opponent, but they should be pretty knowledgeable about how Complexity play, right? You figure these guys scrim online, and talking about Complexity, they're now starting to build a significant lead in this game, plus Ricky is fully streaked out. So if Complexity are able to win this upcoming rotation without using streaks, it just makes that next rotation over towards Castle Road that much easier when you have a glide bomb to follow up from. And why does he only have 2 streaks on? Who are we just on?
That was Blast. That's what I was saying before. I was saying not only has he started bad, but he started with 2 streaks.
Where's your pilot, bro?
Unfortunate, but he's 9-15, so it doesn't look like he's earning it anytime soon. Anyway, we'll see if it comes to bite him back later on. 135 to around 85 here is the scores looking pretty neat for Complexity. Rise Nation once again have the spawn. That glide bomb is going to target them. He's going to spawn in now, and the next wave of kills is crucial for Complexity.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you follow up that glide bomb, especially on this hard point, you need somebody ready immediately to contest those back spawns. Complexity didn't have anybody set up to try to fight, and now they're forced to invest this artillery barrage. So even if they break here, still the artillery barrages would then work against them. I would have liked to see him play it a bit more patiently and wait a few more seconds before you decide to clone that glide bomb. Make sure everybody's in the proper position to pinch on the map and take over spawns and properly follow up the glide bomb.
Well, Looney's 20-12. He's doing great stuff, but he still finds himself down. The barrage there does kind of pause any type of points Rise Nation were looking to get, but Mr. 20-12 over here is rotated early, and he could be behind enemy lines. He's going to find himself in a really good position. 1, 2. Will he find the third? It's going to be behind him. Dashy's going to take him down. Well, that's great work from Looney. And once again, still putting up big numbers. Those 3 players all waiting. They're all sitting on that timer, trying to wait for their, obviously, players and teammates to pick up the kills. They don't, and unfortunately, they will spawn out. But these next wave of kills, Revan, this is the crucial one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just about to point that out too, Momo. One, they're waiting for their teammates to pick up the kill, and they're waiting for the new hardpoint to spawn up. New hardpoint means new spawns are implemented on the map, catering around that specific hardpoint. But Rise Nation, they found their way right back into this game, despite all these streaks being available for Complexity. The last one being used right here, finds one, spots a couple more over near the cave side of the map, but should open up room for Complexity to push on into the hardpoint, but still kills being traded on the map. It's now Slasher starting to heat up in this game, which is exactly who you want to come alive in this matchup. You had Looney earlier on, opening up the lanes for these AR players to set up on, but they've been unable to follow him up and really play off the impact that Looney has had so far. Now you have Slasher starting to pick up kills, and now it's Rise Nation only down by 10 points.
Well, Looney and Slasher combined 45 and 29, now 30 as we do 4. However, Rise Nation 6 points behind. They are still behind in Complexity. Crazily enough, they're in the lead here, even with Blast at 11 and 23 and Sensor 12 and 18. They're getting that all-important time. If Blast does step this up here, you can certainly see them running away with it. But right now, Slasher has other ideas. Complexity, though, do have control of the turret. I'm loving the position of TJ here because he could find one. Will find the second. Sensor so weak there. You'd expect a teammate to follow up.
Yep, and that teammate's going to be gunless inside the hardpoint, finds the kill onto Sensor, but he's immediately traded out. And at this moment in time, Rise Nation are outslaying their opponents, but that outslay percentage is not reflected in the lead. It's still Complexity up by around 30 points, where they've been there throughout the entirety of the game for the most part, despite Blast going double negative, despite Sensor being -7. They found a way to just soak up time inside the hardpoint, and it's just the pressure that these two bring to the table. They're pushing Rise Nation back. Even though they're not winning their engagements, they're forcing Rise Nation to slow down when they're setting up the pinch, and they're still having some sort of impact on the game when it comes down to pacing.
Gunless finding his 19th kill there and really putting in the work with Sensor. Now, utilizing those special grenades, should I say, and also the lethals too. Finds another couple of kills, and again, this game's so close. 10 points in it. Slasher and Gunless again, lining up that kill feed here, and Rise Nation, they're looking to take the lead from what I believe is the first time in the game.
Yeah, seems like that's the right stat line to pull up. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think this would be the first lead for Rise Nation if they get just 5 more points, but it's Complexity breaking right on in. And remember what happened at the very first pick center hardpoint, right? It was Complexity set up towards the backside, and then Rise Nation were able to flip the spawns in their favor. This time around, it's Rise Nation spawning out thanks to Dashy getting a crucial 3-piece with 20 seconds remaining here on pit center. If you're Dashy, you could afford to just remain set up here over to your top stone because you have Ricky starting to back up, securing the spawns for your team. You could still fight, you could still be aggressive, and now it's Blast starting to get involved here. He's back on a 3 spree. What would be great for Complexity right here is if somebody's able to play for some streaks and earn them. That has to be Blast, as now he's on a 5 spree. Back on up, get their capture points, and work towards some streaks.
Yeah, most certainly needs to, and Ricky's going to back off and let Blast take that. It'd be ideal if he could get a fighter pilot, but that's not going to happen. 189 now plays 160. Complexity starting to, break away from Rise Nation. Rise Nation have lost the rotation a couple of times here, and we're going to have to see if they punch through. And look at that, Revan. We're going to see Rise Nation, just as I say it, they've just taken that away from them. They've stole it almost.
One break is all they needed, and they get the remaining time here, and it's essentially a tied game. Maybe Rise Nation up by 1 or 2 points, depending on how much scrap time they really want. If you're Complexity, give this up. Win the rotation over towards Castle Row. Get your ideal setup going. Find the kills in transition, and you could find yourself back up by 60 points when all things are said and done. but fighting for scrap time. It's Sensor coming around the back, and now this is your opportunity for Rise Nation to pitch on in, fight for spawns for this new hardpoint. You know Sensor's all the way across the map near the old hardpoint. In fact, he might get taken down, and that's a fine death by Sensor, right? He's going to spawn up near his teammates.
He should do, as long as TJ goes down, and there you have it. Now, you press that button, and boom, you're back of the map, you're back of the hard point. It's looking good for Complexity, and I tell you what, Blast with a 3-piece there does start to fire up, but Dashi has been lights out, the best player here for Complexity. You've got Sensor with 2 minutes on the hill, always looking to put that objective down, but are Rise Nation going to be able to breach on through? 29 seconds separates Complexity from the W right now. Kills coming in, Slasher finding 2, Blast finding a double as well. Looking nice once again for Cole.
And look, when you have a player that's just essentially dedicated to putting his life inside the objective, look at players like Dashi and look at players like Blast. They combined for like 54 total points between them. They don't have to worry about being in the objective, and you just let them roam free around the map, especially a player like Dashi. He's the type of guy that's like, go set up and just go kill people. That's his only job on the map. And now Sensor, he's getting it done with his gun as well on a 4 spree. Finds all 4 kills on the side of Rise Nation as Complexity have a chance, have an opportunity to close out map 1 on this new hardpoint, but none of them are in position to fight for it.
Okay, no one's in position. However, is there any streaks? I don't believe so. We're going to find out shortly. I don't think anyone's got them in the back pocket, but 2 minutes for Sensor on the hill. We're seeing the Slaying side definitely pick it up. Blast -11, but apart from that, we're seeing positives from pretty much most on the battlefield here as 235 plays 210. Rise Nation, they're in control. They're lighting up that kill feed. Slasher, I love the positioning right here. He's ready to pounce when needed. And if he can combine a couple more kills, get a few more streaks here going into the next one, this could be dangerous here for Cole.
Complexity are fighting from the right side of the map. They take middle control, and they know the time remaining. They have time to set up and break on in, and they're going to do just that, Momo, as 3 fall for the side of Rise Nation. Complexity storm on in. They're able to pick up time inside the hardpoint. 10 seconds remaining. That was a huge kill for Dashi to get, just limiting the angles Rise Nation could get onto the hardpoint, but Sensor's there for the trade. Action now going down inside the hardpoint. It all comes down to Ricky, and 3 takes away our Complexity. Dashi could dive on in. Now no longer enough time. Not enough time. You got to fight for middle.
You have to fight for middle. Let's go on board with Rise, see if they can close it out. They need to be perfect. They need the kills, but 2 go down. We're going to see Looney up top. He's been lights out so far, 36 and 30. 2 players go down. Now he has to jump on the hardpoint. He's going to find Blast, and they're spawning out. They're going to be top stone as well. But 247 plays 242. Rise Nation, they need to keep this up. Sensor, he's throwing grenades in. Looney's under pressure. And 248, the time is counting. We've seen 2 players jump in, but Rise Nation, there's just one more alive. He takes him down, and Rise will take it in a very close fashion. And my goodness, that is a nail biter to start off this very anticipated game between Rise and Complexity. My God, that was close.
250 to 247. Complexity almost stealing map 1 away from Rise Nation, despite getting outslayed thanks to Looney as well as Slasher towards the tail end of that game. They carry Rise Nation to that map 1 victory, and you see a relieved look, a sigh of relief from the guys over on Rise Nation. That one was a little too close to comfort, but you got to give it up to Complexity. They got outslayed for that entire map. They had the opportunity to win it, to close it out, but unfortunately just unable to.
And in my eyes, I think, you know, Sensor, great job. Neutral, a lot of hill time. Blast started way too slow, and I feel that punished them. We had Dashi obviously putting up big numbers as well. We have a really close game. If Blast maybe starts a little bit quicker here, we see a different result. Yeah,
and obviously the series would play out completely differently had they saw that map 1, because you favor Complexity going into the search and destroy when you have players like Blast and Dashi that they built themselves up in the search and destroy scene. Obviously very comfortable in that game mode, so they have a chance here to tie the series up at least. But, you know, it's nice as a pro player to have that short-term memory, forget about losses like that, and refocus on the next map coming up.
I think Rise are definitely a favorite for taking #1 spot in this division. So if you toe-to-toe with them on hardpoint, it's a great sign so far. For me, very impressed with the Complexity that we've seen in the Pro League, even though just 1 map. Interesting to see if they step up and, you know, show what they're really worth in the likes of Search and Destroy. You point out how good they should be on that mode. CTF, of course, as well, but so far, hardpoint impressive.
Yeah, absolutely, and Complexity is one of those squads that we were talking about coming to the start of this division. They have a chance to cause an upset, maybe sneak into that 4th position, but if you're just joining us now, you missed the nail biter in that map 1 hardpoint. Just 3 points separating both these teams. As we look ahead in the series, it's just London Docks and Ardennes Forest left to play, as map 2 will be London Docks Search and Destroy, then Forest, and then Docks again. So things looking all right for both teams as we look ahead in the series.
Okay, so we got Docs and Forest coming up. We've seen a lot of Forest already in Division B for CTF. We're going to see some more of it. But I want to talk about this Search and Destroy coming up. London Docs S&D. We know this Rise Nation squad a little bit better. For the guys at home, obviously with Complexity being that North American squad, what are we watching out for on this squad in particular? Is it the experience of Ricky? Is it the flashy plays of Dashi? Tell me a little bit about Cole and S&D.
Yeah, you're certainly looking at the flashy plays from not only Blast, but as well as Dashi, the player you're pointing out. The thing is, when you look at these Search and Destroy players, we saw it already with TK in the previous weeks when we were looking at Pharaoh, right? Just the decisiveness that they bring to the table, it's what sets them apart from some of the other pro players. The first instinct, the first thought that goes into their mind is usually the one that they act upon, and it usually leads to a lot of aggressive plays being made up on the map, sometimes very risky, and they love to play that high risk, high reward type of play style when it comes down to Search and Destroy. So look for Complexity to be decisive about pushing out lanes and following each other up. Could see some very quick rounds, could see some very slow rounds depending on the pace that they decide to bring. But of course, on the side of Rise Nation, these guys are champions for a reason, right? They bring their own type of style to Search and Destroy, very disciplined, very smart as well, especially when you have Looney and Slasher performing like they did in Map 1. They're going to go toe-to-toe with Complexity here.
And talking about one of those plays you just pointed out, Looney. Not only kind of like the leader and the vocal leader here for Rise Nation, but the amount of numbers that he put up in map number 1, a lot of times Looney goes under the radar. When you have Slasher and Gunless on a team, even TJ, right, in Search and Destroy, Looney is the one to go under the radar. He brings kind of so much, not only kind of in the game, but out of the game. Looney is a player, like, what are you looking for from him as kind of a leader in the Search and Destroy?
Looney's just the type of player that'll do whatever it takes in order to play for the victory. And same could be said about a lot of players in the league, but Looney doesn't really care if he's the one going double neg, because he always puts himself in a position to make the right play happen. And he makes the most out of his life, you know, whether it comes down to the respawn or whether it comes down to the Search and Destroy. He'll put himself in a position where maybe it's not the best position for himself to be in, but it'll open up lanes for his teammates to make a play happen. And he's just a selfless player.
One thing that I'm most certainly enjoying is these players in their new jerseys. You got Foreman on LG, of course, Slasher a little bit before joins Rise. Even all the Cole gang, you know, up there, just showing what they're made of. This first hard point kind of sets the precedent for this series. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Game 5, but we asked on the desk, I was on the desk before this game, and I was saying, you know, if this is a 3-0, you'd kind of favor Rise in that sense, but every game is going to be close. I feel this S&D could be around 11 as well.
I do remember you saying that, so I know you're not lying there, and I agree with your sentiment. Like we were saying coming into this one, I know we said it a couple times already, Complexity, they have a realistic shot at stealing one of these playoff spots in this division, right? It all depends if Luminosity can show up and continue to perform. Same could be said about A United. I think for the most part, everybody kind of already has Optic Gaming and Rise Nation solidified as, you know, maybe 1 or 2, but those other spots are certainly up for grabs.
And then, of course, you've got the likes of the Aussies that's coming up next. Mind Freak versus Tainted Minds. I know you guys in Australia will be watching that one. I have no idea what time it would be in Australia right now, but
call up Miles and ask. Yeah,
we'll give him a call. We'll see what's going down under. But, of course, before we get into that match, we're going to be continuing with this absolute bloodbath of a game, which is Rise Nation and Complexity. These guys going toe-to-toe, Search and Destroy. I'm excited to see this one. This was the mapper mode, which I kind of wanted to see between these two teams because of Complexity. I want to see, you know, what Dashi's rocking, the impact of Blastful. Ricky, I've been watching for years. We're talking probably a decade now on playing Search and Destroy, and always putting up numbers as well.
Wow, a decade. That's a long time, man. Makes me feel old. Very old. But yeah, we've been watching this play.
Experienced is a better word.
You know you're an OG. Hold on, this is for the fans out there. What was Ricky's original gamer tag when he first entered the pro scene? If you know the answer to that, tweet me at RevanJB. Let me know. That's how I know you're a true fan out there.
I remember playing against it on Modern Warfare 3 online, Europe versus America, and believe me, we won for only one reason. It was that nice. Those green bars, but apart from that, let's kick it off. What we rocking here? We've got Paradox in the back guiding us through all this action. A very aggressive push here, it looks like. Sensor rocking that bomb. Wouldn't have it any other way. But Blast is going to be spotted. Not even a bullet connects, but Slasher gained some good information.
Yeah, this is just Rise Nation trying to feel out their opponents, right? You see them backing on up, covering their angles, and now they're going to pounce. 2 quick kills coming in from Rise Nation. Make it 3, as it's all down to Ricky. Looking like it could be a perfect team ace. Never mind, as Gomez falls, 2 kills do come in for Ricky at the end, but it's not enough as Rise Nation, as soon as they find those first couple kills, they have the man advantage and then just swarm in on that final player. Just real quick, breaking down that round, it was a slow-paced round from Rise Nation, playing for information. Like I was saying, when you're going up against these S&D All-Stars, you know they're going to be aggressive. You just don't know where they're going to decide to push. So Rise Nation, they just back on up. They're like, okay, we think you're going to push at us. Slasher gets the information, like, I spot players over at Lights. We know they're going to be attacking this bomb site. Everybody rotate back over. Yeah. Get the angles covered, crossfire set up, and they win at the round out from there.
And let's not forget, you know, a few months back, you know, when, ooh, Dashi, okay. When we played London Docks S&D, like, TJ was that guy. He was the one that was always putting up huge numbers on London Docks and Search and Destroy. He's, you know, continuing to do so. I know we're only into round number 2, but it's very easy to kind of get distracted by the likes of Dashi and Blast. But let's not forget about the likes of TJ on S&D. The guy's a freak.
Iceman for a reason, right? Give him that nickname. But I will give a shout out to a lot of the OG fans out there. I'm getting a ton of tweets. Obviously, some of you know Discoverable. Yes, that was his name. Changed it over to Ricky, I think, around maybe like Black Ops 2 time. But regardless, we're in round number 2. Rise Nation have the bomb planted. They have the man advantage. And you want to keep an eye on Slasher as he's playing the late flank. He puts a lot of pressure on his teammates just to lock down this bomb site, play the initials. There's the pick from Dashi, and now Complexity are going to swarm in.
And look at him. He's not even pulling out the pistol. He's so confident with his sniper up close, since he's going to take out another. Machine pistol? Nah. I'm keeping out the sniper. Whoa! Down, Dashi. You're disgusting. Ricky's the last alive and will get the defuse there. Revan's nearly just walked off the set, by the way. He's back. He's okay. I've not lost him, but that
I just need to change your pants real quick.
Ooh, okay. Flashy from Dashi. Here we go. Sniper. I love the confidence. You know when you're pushing forward, you get the machine pistol out when you may be coming up against the bomb. You're like, I'll get the cover. I'll get my machine pistol. No. No.
If you're a Slasher, there's just nothing you can do there. And that's what these types of players, that's what they bring to the table right there. The ability to make plays like that, having the confidence as well. Just like you were saying, like, most players would maybe try to look around with the machine pistol, expecting to challenge up close, but not Dashi, as he tries to get the first blood there. Obviously counting down the seconds, and he's got a pre-planned shot timing for that crossover towards that A-bomb site. As we're in round number 3, both teams looking to just feel each other out.
I feel like Dashi's the player to rock this sniper on every single map. Okay, cool.
If you can hit shots like that, absolutely.
Like, he's the type to rock a sniper on Valk. He's the type to rock it on everything. I'm really excited to see more of Dashi in Search and Destroy as he starts to push forward. Try and get a little bit more information. He'll be looking for that one player behind the bomb. That was a little bit ambitious. You would have had to hit him straight on the helmet.
Dude, he's going to jiggle peek and just no-scope someone.
Stop it.
Almost gets the flick there onto Gunless. Finally, someone shuts him down, but Ricky's there at least to trade a kill out onto TJ. Sensor and Ricky working against Gunless and Slasher here in round number 3. They know one player set up mid-statue. Confirmed there by the stun hit marker. Actually connects as well. Ricky might commit onto this fight. Jumps up on top of the gate. Time winding down. 20 seconds remaining. Gunless falls. I was thinking maybe just immediately rotate over towards A, especially since you know Slasher set up in the back here. But they're going to go for the plant here at the B bomb site. Slasher trying to find an angle.
Well, he knows the one play is planted, so he's going for Ricky, but Ricky too smart. He'll find the final 2 kills. Smiles all round for Complexity there. As we see another round go in favor of them for Search and Destroy. Blast very close to that screen. He's focused. Well, on point.
Yeah, I don't think he has a kill yet in this match. At least he didn't coming into this round.
Maybe needs to get a little closer.
A little closer, yeah. Look a little bit closer on that crosshair. It's funny, I used to team with Rambo back in the day. Rambo actually used to sit like a good 1.5, 2 feet away from his monitor. Funny to watch, see the difference. But yeah, Blast 0 and 3 as we enter round number 4.
90 seconds on the clock. Look how fast-paced this is. Looney's going to be running into Sensor. Can Sensor take one to the grave? That grenade is not going to help anyone. He does tag one up as TJ gets the first blood for the second time here, and round number 4 is amongst us. This is looking perfect, almost, for Rise Nation.
Yeah, and look, you got smart players on the side of Rise, right? They know that Ricky's working towards these streaks, so they want to make sure that if they find him, they isolate him and look to shut him down from streaks.
That's unfortunate. Dashi was one shot there, but Looney takes down Blast. He's going to shut down Dashi as he's weak, and Ricky is on a 4-kill streak, so you really, really want to stay on these streaks here.
Real quick, can we look at Looney? Because he's the one with the bomb plants. Yeah, you don't want this bomb to explode, right? Because it gives points away as we swap back over to Ricky. Thank you very much, Paradox. But this is a tough situation, right? It's like one where I don't want to really go for the clutch. Now, as you kill Looney, you feel comfortable staying alive for the rest of the round and letting it explode. Clearly, he gets taken out by Slasher as, you know, he's just caught out in the open. Easy trade kill there, but just some things that, you know, these players might be thinking about in the back of their minds as they're in these clutch scenarios.
So to summarize, no streaks.
Yeah.
None for Looney.
None for Ricky either.
And none for Ricky, a.k.a. Discoverable. Well, Discoverable for a while.
Yeah. Hey, listen, fun fact. If there's ever some COD trivia, now you guys know.
Courtesy of Revan. Now into round number 5, all tied up here in the search and destroy. Blash still yet to get a kill. A little bit of a slower round here from Complexity.
But they do find first blood. Dashy opens things up onto Looney, and now it's TJ here to follow up on this B bomb site. Keep an eye as well on the minimap as Gunless starts to rotate on over. He has the decision to make, right? Do you maybe go for the flank through Cole or through Beer? Do you wrap back, try to help out your teammates near that second hard point? Just keep him highlighted. We'll see if he winds up making a play happen. Meanwhile, still trying to figure things out here over towards that B bomb site. Gunless will get spotted, but at least Ricky now knows there's a presence over towards that A bomb site for Rise Nation. As TJ will respond, he shuts down Dashy. Now trade's starting to happen. Blast gets caught out as well, maybe thinking it was going to be a double challenge alongside Sensor, but he just backs on up, and now he's getting walled. Slasher picks up the kill, and all of a sudden it's all down to Ricky.
I think Dashy went for a shoulder peek. It turned into a full body peek. A little bit too much. TJ luckily to be alive here. He's calling for Slasher, and now it's all down to TJ. And he's going to find the kill there, but I think the problem was there. Dashy kind of wiggle peeking, shoulder peeking around that barrel, and he just went a little bit too far.
Yeah, and then to follow that up, Blast then peeks out of Cole along with Sensor, but Sensor backs on up, and he leaves Blast maybe a little bit out to dry, maybe fearing like a collateral or something, but then Slasher gets the crossfire set up through lights, and one by one things fall apart for Complexity after getting that first blood. And, you know, I understand why they are stagnant on the map after getting that first blood, but the rotation's always open to the A bomb side. Obviously, we have full information as spectators that there's only one player over towards A for Rise Nation, but still, you could be mobile around the map, try to isolate a player trying to make a play happen. A lot of different ways you could play after getting that first man advantage. As speaking of it, first blood comes in for Sensor, immediately traded out though, as we have Dashy looking over things at the A bomb site with the sniper. But it's going to be Rise Nation getting this bomb planted over at B.
And this is great. If they can get this bomb down and then back off to maybe underground and Cole, this is a perfect position. TJ's, you know, very close to the streaks as well, so he'll be wanting to stay on this. He's probably going to edge. I thought it may be to underground, but Looney's already got that covered, so they're going for a full rotate here through the middle.
Yeah, they're going for that because you see where the bomb's planted, right? You could spot it from middle statue.
Yeah.
It all depends if Dashy's alive with the sniper, and maybe he's going to hit that shot again. Does spot Looney. Goes for the repeat. Only spots his helmet. Can't finish the kill there. Looney's doing his job, right? He doesn't need to pick up these kills because the win condition is that player staying alive over near mid statue. Now Blast knows what's up. He has no time to make anything happen. He just wants to get a kill on the board, right? 0-5, just looking to get something going.
And he's telling everyone, run away. Let the bomb blow up, guys.
Yep.
Run away. I need the points.
Exactly that. TJ planted, so he might have streaks from it.
Now kill him. Perfect play, the perfect communication. Rise Nation there, they not only get the streaks, I believe, for TJ, they get the final kill. For Slasher, a perfectly executed round there.
And I was hyping up Blast coming to this map, and he might finish this map with a total of 0 kills. Not how you want to debut here into the Pro League in Division B, but still rounds left to play, right? Short-term memory is helpful as a pro player. All comes down to this final round, to this round for Blast, as Rise Nation have a 2-round lead, as well as a Glide Bomb to work with.
Okay. Kicking things off. Looks like an A push here. Blast has gone there. Oh my goodness, Gunless. He gets that position in. Ricky's in trouble. And now Blast, now's your time to shine, my friend. It's not going to happen. 0-7. Another round to Rise Nation. More streaks for Rise Nation. This is not what you want to see if you're a Complexity fan.
No, absolutely not. And really things clearly kick off after that quick 2-piece inside the A bomb site. And then Glide Bomb connects. Ricky gets isolated. And then TJ just better positioning there on the Blast. Rise Nation, they have a lot of rounds to work with. They can really do whatever they want, especially considering that you have these Tier 2 and Tier 3 streaks now to work with.
Communication is strong through Rise Nation, and Blast will be just trying to maybe get for a round by round, just try and get a kill. It looks like Blast going for B, so not near the action as the bomb's going towards A here, as Ricky's going to take down TJ.
But the trade comes in, make it 2 as Looney finds Sensor as well, expecting a challenge through this A bomb site. Now with TJ, of course, out of the picture, no streaks to use. It's all down to Blast, 0-7. The agent coming in, there you go, connects with the headshot on the Gunless. He's on the board, but it might be a little too late, Momo.
It may be. 60 seconds. Bomb is just in limbo, but a 2v1. He's going to spot him. Location revealed. Now he's in. Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
Does get the kill. Can he finish it off?
Hey.
1v3. Pulls off the clutch, and now it's 5-3. We've seen these rounds slip away. You see a 5-4, around 11. Things start to get a little bit heated here, but Blast not only gets himself on the board, but he gets a 1v3 to stay in the game.
Yeah, certainly a feel-good moment there. Having an impact on the game is exactly the momentum you could start to build off of, and he increases his total kills by 300% right there. So obviously a good moment for Blast in that round, but let's see if they can build on it. Obviously, it's nice if you could kill TJ early in the rounds, just so you could limit the streaks.
3 and 7. Can he make it 7 and 7? He's going to get an ace this round, maybe? Let's see. We'll take down one. Trades go down. TJ will answer back, but this is looking good for Rise Nation here as the bomb is in Cole. Full control here for Rise. Streaks as well. Don't forget about that one, Revan.
Yeah, and I was thinking with these streaks in play, that Rise Nation would be a bit more heavy towards that A bomb site, and then streak to retake over at B. Maybe drop the artillery like front Cole or towards the underground so that player can't peek. And a lot of different ways you could use these streaks. And speaking of them, here you go. Artillery barrage might get placed here, right near front Cole. And yeah, now these guys, Dashy feels like he's forced to initiate the action. Ricky backs on out. It's all down to him with 45 seconds remaining. A 1v3. Does have the bomb in hand, but you also still have that fighter pilot available for TJ.
This is tough. I think Gunless is ready as well. Staying alive for Gunless here is key.
Is he calling it in?
Get some time. Okay, we've seen 1v3. Here comes the fighter pilot, and there goes the round. A bit of a downer there for the boys of Complexity as they have a nice 1v3 to stay in the game, and they just get written over with streaks. But the scoreline 2-0. Search and Destroy definitely had those kind of crazy plays, but Rise Nation once again coming out on top, Revan. Yeah,
certainly some good glimpses from Complexity in their Search and Destroy gameplay, but when all things are said and done, it was just too slow of a start for Complexity. They fall behind too early on that game, and TJ gets fully streaked out. Game over from there.
Okay, well, it looks like the players may be taking a quick break here, of course. Hardpoint has been done. That ended in a 3-point game, Rise Nation clawing it back. Complexity then, they dropped the Search and Destroy as well in a fashion where Rise Nation, I think, kind of controlled the majority of that game. We saw some nice snipes from Dashy, but apart from that, solid structure from Rise.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And look, they're the best team in the game for a reason, right? They're well-rounded across all game modes, and things just went their way. It seemed like from start to finish, Complexity tried to start things off with like that fast-paced aggression over towards the B-bomb site. Rise Nation just had the perfect counter, and everything they did worked out.
Okay, well, 2 maps in, and we see Rise Nation taking another 2-0 lead. They've already got 1 win under their belt today. That was against Unilad. They're going up against Complexity now, and they're looking for another 3-0 sweep. This would be perfect for Rise Nation to start off day 1 of the CWL Pro League here for Division B. Stage 2. Guys, after this quick break, we'll be back with Capture the Flag. 2 matches down here, and we're already into the third. That being CTF, of course, between Rise Nation and Complexity. Guys, wherever you are from the world, we've got an Australian battle coming up after this one. The question is this going to end in 3? Revan, joined by myself here for the CTF on Ardent Forest here. Revan, predictions for this map in particular. I want to hear it. What have we got? Give me some numbers.
I feel like Rise Nation should be able to close it out here. Keep in mind, they already played in Ardent Forest CTF earlier against Unilad. They won that 4-2. I think we're going to see a similar scoreline here. But in the action, Sensor does get the first flag touch of the game. Immediately traded out, though, so it's an easy defensive hold for Rise Nation as Blast, looking to rebound off that previous Search and Destroy performance, trying to hold forward position for his team. He does get cut down. It's going to be Rise Nation now stabilizing on the map and looking to set up and establish control.
Okay, well, Ricky trying to get control. He's going to find kill number 2 as he starts to push on forward and maybe put the pressure onto Gunless here. As oh, nasty stuff. Okay, Slasher does get a promising spawn there to take down Ricky, but so far, Complexity on the attack, if you like. Just looking for, again, a bit of map controls. TJ's going to take down Blast here, and with a minute gone, nothing crazy happening. A couple of kills exchanged during the mid-map. And again, TJ picking up another kill here. Rise Nation may be able to make a push of this, Revan. Yeah,
maybe an early opportunity for Complexity, right, as Sensor got that flag touch. But here you go. This is the real opportunity for Rise Nation. 3 fall for Complexity. It's Blast. He connects with the stun. His teammate off respawn. Sensor picks up the kill. There's the return. 2 players now left pushed up for Rise Nation as Complexity start to push out, explore the map. They spot Gunless, trying to isolate him here on the platform. The grenade connects. Opens up a lane for them to push on out. Now the other player to get past is going to be Slasher. He's set up at that cabin rock. Very annoying position to be in, and super annoying to deal with somebody who's post up there, especially if they know how to utilize that position to their advantage. Beatdown from Dashy. Mid-engagement. Now he's getting challenged, and he winds up falling. And that's 3 down for Cole.
Yeah, 3 down for Complexity, but Sensor still being a thorn in the side of Rise Nation. In particular, it's going to be Gunless, but the nade is going to tag him up. He's not even going to need to here as Gunless disposes of Sensor. The flag still at the hands and base of Complexity here, but Rise Nation, Slasher, 7-1, 5-kill streak for him. He'll be looking for maybe capitalize on this. I'd like to see him play for these streaks because Forest is a map where you can destroy teams with streaks.
Yeah, you can really snowball the game in your favor, no pun intended. We've seen it time and time again on Ardent Forest as kills starting to come in favor of Rise Nation once again as Slasher picked up that final kill. Now it's a foot race on the overextension. Looney going up against the remaining players for Complexity coming off respawn, and now he knows. They're pushed up over near side bunker, spots Dashy, might zone him out here with a grenade. Yep, gets tossed up. He knows he doesn't have to worry about his middle. Gunless has that cut off. They're just looking to find this 1 kill onto Ricky, and then it's going to be a flag cap for Slasher, who would get streaks.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that assist would help, because look at this. The assist comes in. Does he invest this just to get the glide bomb? He doesn't really need to, and the streaks are going to come in. It might be an idea for someone else to get the flag, but doesn't really need to. Rise Nation confident. 7-kill streak for Slasher. That's going to end with Sensor shooting him in the side, but 1-0 after 3 minutes here, Revan. And they do have full streaks.
Yep, so that's always a good position to be in if you're Rise Nation and a fan of them. Now Looney feeling the pressure through bunker. He gets cleaned up. It's Dashy able to find 2. Slasher has to stay alive. Can't call in the streaks. And now TJ, you're the last one alive. They know that you're probably at their base. Goes for the flag pull. Let's see if he can make a play happen.
Okay, well, 90 seconds. Flag is in the hands of both squads here. You got TJ who's going to go down. Sensor has the flag on the opposing side, and he's going to put that home. It's going to be 1-1, and Dashy on a 4-kill streak. Sensor and Ricky do have 1 each. But Complexity, they bite back, and this has been really the story of the series. The hard point was close, and the CTF is all tied up.
But Looney's been able to push through once again, and he spots all this information. He finds 1. Maybe he wants to turn around and commit to the Complexity flag again, but at least he stays alive. Holding this position. As that glide bomb gets called in, it's going to stall. Information gained. Looney knows that Dashy's pushing him near cabin. That's 3 down now for Complexity. Ricky's the last one up near the back of his base. Still streaks to use if you're Slasher. Artillery barrage, fighter pilot ready to go. But TJ's going to get a touch on the Complexity flag. He has support. He's going to be able to get out of the Complexity base with flag in hand, but now it's on the overextension. Sensor picks up the Rise Nation flag, and we have ourselves a stalemate.
Stalemate coming in is going to be an interesting one because the fighter pilot raining on down. That's going to find at least 1. It's going to find another. Dashy, no, you're not taking our flag. And he saves that for a second. A really important kill here onto Dashy because that could have been equal to a return. But I'm interested to see what Rise Nation can do in. Because technically speaking, looking at this mini-map here, you'd favor Rise maybe to take down the opposing team, but with Blast slipping the net.
Cabin. The opportunity was there for Looney, right? Of course, still, keep in mind, you could use the artillery barrage if you want.
3 players go down. You got to stay alive. Gunless does. That flag's in limbo, though. Grenade goes out. Gunless. He's going to tag him up. He's not going to find the kill, and they're going to have to rotate back. 55 seconds. They're not going for it. Interesting play here is, I think they may have could have reached that there, but the time has been extended here, Revan.
Yeah, it's a tough call to make, right? Because you know that you have a crossfire set up, and you would have to dismantle that crossfire and give up those positions if you wanted to commit to the return, maybe thinking that they could get another wave of kills. But regardless, 30 seconds remaining. Still a stalemate, and you still have the artillery barrage for Slasher to call in, and he's going to use it.
This is going to push them into all kinds of poor positions, but Ricky making the most of it there under the bridge. And Blast picking up another kill. That is huge here with 18 seconds left. Not able to go for the flag. Looney still just backing off. He's got maybe one more push in him, but he's looking to see if anyone's pushing through the mid as well. And he's going to deal with Sensor 2.
Oh, he gets the second on the blast, spots the flag carrier. Now we will see extra stoppage time here, so keep that in mind as time dwindles down. It goes to 0, but we'll get another. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the extra stop.
That was already the minute. We've been given extra time, additional time, so we're getting muddled up into one.
Sorry, guys. Kind of all blurs in after a while, but yeah, that heavily favors complexity, right? You burn some extra streaks from Slasher. Don't think he has anything left to use. He used the fire pilot, used your artillery barrage at the end, and he gained nothing from it. So Complexity have weathered the storm on side 1 here in CTF. Things are looking okay for them as they're looking to extend the series. Of course, still tied game 1-1. But look at the slaying Slasher has, right? By far the lead Slayer, 17-6.
Oh, he's having a good time, for sure. 5 minutes back on the clock here. Will we need extra time and additional time for this match? That's the question. Are Rise going to try and put this one to bed? Wow, that's a clean 4 down. Where are they going to spawn? It should be towards Bell, as we do see number 2, TJ, cutting across here. He's going to come on down. I don't think there's any streaks in the hands of Complexity. Interesting, though. Slasher and Looney are on a 4-kill streak. Do they try and swap over this flag?
Maybe, especially you have Looney set up here, but you're also worried about these players overextending, right? So you want to pick up the kills first, make sure it's a guaranteed flag cap before you try anything crafty. Looney's able to find 3. You get the flag cap. He should be able to earn these final streaks as well. I mean, you're only 50 points away from the artillery, and then another 20 after that to earn the fighter pilot. So a lot of players looking to get streaked out here for Rise Nation, as it's a combined 13 kill streak between the members of Rise.
Slasher is going to be on 19-6. Looney is on a 9-kill streak. Slasher with a 6. This looks one-sided to say the least. Sorry, Dashi, but that's going to be another flag, as we are going to see Rise Nation running on home. Looney's just sat here. 1, 2. Any one melts? No? Okay. That seems fair enough. Rise Nation showing their class and looking for a relay.
The opportunity was there. He read where Dashi was spawning up. Now it's going to be up to TJ, but it's going to be good spawns coming in for Complexity. But here comes the fire pilot. 1 falls, 2 falls. Now trying to pre-fire the spawns. I think, yeah, you definitely have to switch over to Mountain if you're on the side of Complexity. You got multiple players with streaks on the side of Rise Nation. They're up by 2 flags, and they're in a commanding position now in this game.
Slasher is 20.
Looney's on a 13, 14 kill spree.
Is on a 14 kill streak. He is just continuing to be a beast. Is going to finally go down. I think that's one of the highest kill streaks we've seen. I think we've seen a 15 and a 16 already in the Pro League in Division A. But Looney showing why he is one of the best for sure. And this has been a series-long thing. This is not just a one-map wonder. This is Looney showing what he's really capable of. He really rounds out this Rise Nation squad perfectly. 3 minutes left to Revan. Full streaks, 3-1 in the lead. Rise Nation, they're looking to go the perfect 6-0 today.
Yeah, at this point, it's their game to throw away, right? You have all the tools to work with. You have the map positioning. You're slaying. Your team is firing on all cylinders right now. It's Complexity that have to force the action. And quite frankly, I'm surprised we're not seeing more Mountain being brought out by these guys on Complexity. You know these streaks are going to be super impactful. Dashi has Mountain. Ricky has Mountain. You want the other 2 to perhaps switch on over, because when these streaks get called in, as you go for the flagpole, like, they're just going to spot you out and cut you off on the map. But then again, it's also a tough decision to make, because when you switch over to Mountain, the lethal grenades or the stun grenades being thrown your way will be very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, and again, they make the kills when necessary, but even if you don't, you've got those score streaks to play with. Still 2 minutes left on the clock as the time ticks away. Complexity's hopes and dreams are running dry here. I mean, it's a very tough game to, very tough matchup to have on day 1, especially against the Rise Nation, who's already come off a 3-0 victory. Like, how could it get any worse?
But
That's a tough one.
yeah, I mean, look, Slasher has just as many deaths as Sensor has kills. 8 and 16, nobody positive on the side of Complexity. And you still have all these streaks to call in at a moment's notice. This is looking like it's going to be yet another flag cap for Rise Nation as they have a chance to go up by 3. Looney just needs to dive this one on home. There you go. He gets the flag cap. Maybe I think he re-earned the glide bomb. Not too sure, but it doesn't really matter at this point. A minute 15 left. This could be a flag pull opportunity for Complexity, but how are you going to deal with the remaining streaks? And just like I was pointing out, it was Dashy switches over to Mountain, but you go for the flag pull. He has hunkered on, so all the tacticals being thrown his way slow him down, and he's unable to get out of harm's way. This is a map win. This is a series win for Rise Nation. They go perfect 6-0 on the day.
They've got 2 artillery barrages on the map. They've got a fighter pilot ready to rain down. That from Slasher, of course. It'll be interesting to see when he uses it. Now you're just sitting here 27 and 9.
Padding the
You've
stats.
got Looney at 24 and 15. It's just a nightmare if you complex it. Like, look at that.
Nothing
Slasher,
you can do.
he has the snapper here, and he's taking down everyone in his path. He does have that fighter pilot. I wonder if he's going to bring it in or just not bother.
Yeah, you might as well call it in as you come off respawn, right? You got
go.
no other situation to use it in. Your flag even gets pulled here by Sensor, so you call in the fire pilot, and players have switched, swapped off Mountain. Finds one, can't get the angle on the Sensor, but it's a little too late here for the Complexity lineup with 10 seconds remaining. Not even going to see this extra stop and shine. It is Rise Nation. It was a very close map 1, separated by a total difference of 3 points. Search and Destroy, a bit more convincing win for Rise Nation. And then you see the final result here for Capture the Flag, a very convincing win for Rise Nation. As just to say it again, they go a perfect 6-0 here on day 1.
Yeah, as many points separate the hard point as the CTF. Kind of crazy to think there, but it's fist bumps all round as Rise the Nation not only close it out 2-0, but close it out 6-0. They're looking fantastic here in Division B so far. But overall, I want to kind of look at the other team for a second here. Complexity, positives to take away from that, Revan, going far in Division B. Thoughts on Complexity as a whole?
Dashy's filthy, obviously hit some 6 sniper shots in that Search and Destroy, and I do think we see a completely different series had they closed out that map 1. But still, you want to see them get a bit more involved, especially Blast when it comes down to Search and Destroy. I felt like he had a pretty slow series overall, and for such a talented player, I guess I expected a bit more from him.
Yeah, and completely understandably as well. Going forward, though, Complexity, they'll be looking to overcome this little bit of a hiccup here. But hard game to play Rise Nation day 1 after a victory. You can't really ask for anything worse. Going into tomorrow and the rest of the week, they'll be looking to pick up a couple of W's as well. Complexity, of course, you know, they're fighting for that top 4. However, I want to just go back, have a look at a scuff play of the game from Looney and that 14 kill streak. We've got a bit of a highlight reel for you here. He currently sits at 10. Bear in mind, Revan slashes on 7 at this time, too.
Yeah, also, this is just perfect positioning from Looney right here. Cuts off the overextension. He knows Complexity are going to be spawning up near back bell. You have all other areas covered on the map. Follows up with the fighter pilot, and there you go. He hits number 14 right here as he takes down Sensor. It was an impressive spree from Looney. That was really one of the catalyzing moments for Rise Nation for them to build the lead and capture the flag.
Okay, well, there you have it. Rise Nation close things out 3-0 and end things on CTF against Complexity. Up next, though, we've got the Battle of the Aussies. I know you're not casting it. I'm not sure if you're analyzing it, Rem, but I want to get your thoughts on this because trading shots went down, and there was 2 sides of the story. We saw, obviously, a lot of hype for Tainted Minds. We saw, you know, the usual for Mindfreak. Thoughts on Mindfreak, Tainted Minds, quickly?
I think Mindfreak are going to take it. I still think they're the best ANZ team by far.
Okay, well, coming up next is the Battle of the Aussies, Mindfreak versus Tainted Minds. Do not go anywhere. After this series, we're going to go down under for the guys who've come all the way across the world to compete in the CWL Pro League here, Stage 2, Division B. Tainted Minds versus Mindfreak. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, Revin here with your play breakdown presented by TCL. Today, we're looking at some recent gameplay from the Call of Duty World League. It's the battle of the European lineups as Splice is facing off against Red Reserve. We're in round 5 of Valkyrie Search and Destroy, and it's none other than the clutch master Jerd up to bat for this play. Bance kicks things off, but he gets immediately traded out, and right here, this is where the clip truly starts off. It's all up to Jerd. He's left alone in a 1v3 situation, and take a look at the timer here. 18 seconds left on the bomb. And on the minimap, you see the Red Reserve players are set up, and they're actually going for the defuse. And the crucial mistake that they make here is I'm going to highlight this player right here. This is going to be Joe. You see that both of his teammates are inside the bomb site. One is defusing the bomb. The other one, Zero, is giving rated cover as they're going for this. And Jerd knows that with the time remaining, all he has to do is really pick up one kill on the bomb diffuser, and he can walk away with a 1v3 clutch. And as this clip gets rolling, Jerd is taking his time. The bomb is getting defused, and right here, as these kills are coming into play, this is the oh crap moment for Red Reserve. Really quickly, once again, you see where Joe is located here on the minimap. He's out of position. He has to be in the bomb site, protecting the bomb diffuser along with his teammate. But because he's out of position, Jerd finds 2 easy kills, and Joe's not in a position to make the trade happen. Jerd winds up playing the time after that and clutches out the 1v3 in pretty thrilling fashion. A mistake on Joe's end leads to Jerd walking away with a 1v3 clutch and a splice round victory. I'm Revin, and that was the play breakdown presented by TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand.
Welcome back, folks. We just saw a 3-0 go down on the main stage at our first look of Division B. Rise going to be able to come out on top. And, you know, really, when we look at that series, the best thing you can say for Complexity, they have a really good start to that series.
Absolutely. Map 1 very easily could have been theirs. I think Rise made a couple really clutch plays towards the end there, honestly, like that turret hill. If they were 2 seconds more that they gave away, it could have been the game. But Rise did clutch up. But the concerning thing for me is just like the S&D is something that like Complexity needs to be good at. Like they can't afford to have performances like that. Granted, obviously Rise is a phenomenal team, so it's just a tough matchup. But like the CTF, they got bodied. The S&D, they got bodied, and the hardpoint was close. But there's a lot of good hardpoint teams in this division. Yeah,
we've been talking about that quite a bit. But now I kind of have to ask you as well, Nameless, as we see Rise just dominating every single one of the maps. Do you think S&D is going to be something as well that is going to be important for Complexity moving forward in this division?
It's definitely going to be important, especially for a team like that that's going to be a little bit inconsistent in hardpoint. But I don't know how much we can take away from that because Rise is just incredible at Search and Destroy. They have some of the best Search and Destroy players in the game on their team. TJ Halley getting those score streaks, just kind of showing off a little bit. I mean, we've seen him do it countless times. As far as Search and Destroy goes, I think Complexity is still pretty good at it. Rise is just on another level. I mean, they're just showing how good they truly are.
Yeah, you got to admit, though, they had some really dumb challenges.
Oh, yeah.
There was a couple moments in there where you're looking at Complexity and you're like, you guys are pro players. Like, why are you, like, what was it? Blastful coming out of Cole on defense, and he just flies out. Like, every single round, someone's going to be posted up on the blue car, like, with an AR. And he got lucky to get the first blood, but you're, like, begging for death in that situation against pretty much any team. Like, it's a standard thing, and there's a lot of situations where it just seems like Complexity just way over challenges certain things, and I think that's going to be costly long term. Again, it's Rise, so maybe you just talk it up to them being the better team, but it didn't look good.
Credit where credit's due, though, if you do remember. We actually asked everybody in chat on Twitter to actually make some bold predictions. That actually did come true, but we can look forward to the rest of the day right now.